is the Andres Segovia Show.
Hey everyone, this is Andres with the Andres Segovia Show, and I'm launching an emergency podcast today because I need to inform all of you about two things that are happening in Los Angeles. Well, one thing happening in Los Angeles and the other one affecting something statewide. I've already messaged through Twitter and directly to my district senator's campaign regarding an SB. Now I'm going to read the details here from what this bill proposal is. Now, some of you that are probably not familiar with real estate in general might not really know what this is, but believe me, it affects you too, especially if you are a homeowner or becoming a homeowner, and if you're a tenant as well, because if you're not a part of Section 8, you're probably going to miss out. It's already difficult enough for you to try to get a rental, you probably noticed, but imagine having more inventory taken away from you. This is from the California Association of Realtors Government Affairs. They sent out this notice today that says, urge your senator to oppose bill that forces landlords to participate in Section 8. The California Association of Realtors opposes SB 329 by Mitchell because it effectively forces all residential rental property to participate in the voluntary Section 8 housing program by entering into a legally binding contract with the government agency, the provisions of which may be extremely difficult to fulfill. SB 329 will be considered as soon as today on the Senate floor, so action is being asked to be taken. Call your local senator, Google it, urge them to vote no on SB 329. Some action items here are, you can call at 1-855-215-0152. That number is 1-855-215-0152. Enter your PIN number. It's typically 1-877-564-871. 1-877-564-871, followed by the pound sign to be connected to your legislator's office. The issue in the background is that under the current law, participation by a rental property owner in the Department of Housing and Urban Development, aka HUD, Housing Circle Voucher Program, more widely known as Section 8, is voluntary. But under SB 329, which redefines source of income, include Section 8, every residential property owner will be effectively forced to enter into a contract with the local housing authority requiring they accept tenants who use Section 8 housing vouchers to pay for a portion of their rent. Because housing authorities already lack the resources to process applications and inspect properties quickly, units may sit unoccupied for many weeks until all the administrative requirements are met. And that's just it. That if you're not familiar with Section 8, I'm just going to give you a little briefing. It's basically subsidized housing. You have to qualify to get into that program, and property managers or homeowners that have like maybe a duplex or whatever, they are not obligated to take Section 8. They can consider an application from a Section 8 tenant, but they don't have to. And one of the reasons some don't like Section 8, I have Section 8 tenants. They're good tenants. It's just that not everybody is a qualified person because you don't know them. It's just we've been blessed to have good tenants. And the thing is that Section 8 requires your unit to meet the standards of what Section 8 inspectors want them to have. And sometimes that clashes entirely with actual building standard codes from the Building and Safety Administration or department of the local area. So Building and Safety says one thing, and then the Section 8 inspector says another because convenience for the tenant, they clash. It's like, so who do you satisfy? So sometimes that takes time to fix, and if you have an approved tenant, well, they probably can't move in for like 2 months, 3 months, 6 months sometimes. So you have a unit 6 months that's not bringing you income because they're having to finish the application process, the inspections, and any conditions you need to meet. Now imagine being required to deal with that. That's crazy. So oppose SB 329. Message your senator. You can go to the government website from California, so you can do that, and also reach them like I did. Also mention to the socials because my congresswoman and senator is in the socials, so I reached out there. Another one I'm going to tease about now, but I want to address more so in a coming episode. For those of you in Los Angeles, whether you live there whether you're renting or you own, or if you're outside of Los Angeles but do business in Los Angeles, like property management and such, this is something that you need to know about. All you have to know right now is to vote no on Measure EE. That special election is taking place on June 4th. We're running out of time to get the word out. When you do a Google search, even if you type vote no on Measure EE, the first hit you get, it says vote yes on Measure EE. This is an egregious money grab by the Los Angeles Unified School District and trying to pass a partial tax on any and every single property in Los Angeles, and taxing you up the wazoo for the same thing they're always asking money for. And the thing is that they already get so much money and they mismanage the money. And now they're blaming you because they want to meet their own demands that they went on strike for. So even though they reached a deal, you're paying for it. So whether you're a homeowner, a renter, or property manager, all of you have to lose. So by all means, I'm going to get into this in another episode. But for now, just know, vote no on Measure EE. I'm going to get into that in a coming episode. And it's going to be across everything. It'll be across YouTube and my podcast on any of the podcast directories listed down below. So you're going to want to stay tuned about that. In the meanwhile, go to www.votenooonee.com, www.votenooonee.com for more information, which again I'll share in a coming episode before June 4th especially. All right, so that wraps it up for now, and just remember, contact your senator, oppose SB 329, and hopefully they shoot it down. Governor Jerry Brown actually vetoed something similar to this last year, but now we got a new governor, and who knows what could happen with Gavin Newsom. So just FYI. All right, that does it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.